A lot of times as operators, we get hung up in the execution, the day-to-day. But do we have time to step back and say, what am I trying to accomplish here, and what's going on, and what are the how I should do this versus getting through today? What's the right way to do it? And then even stepping back a little further in that and saying, what is the real big picture? Where are we headed? And so it's my proud honor to introduce my friend and a strong industry proponent, Mark Freeman. Mark?
Yeah, so I'm the food guy out at Microsoft. So I'm going to share some of the things that we're doing. And it again, it's not going to solve your staffing problems, and it's not going to solve a lot of the kind of tactical things, but it's maybe just to plant a bit of a seed in some of this to be able to take you into the future and think about your business and how maybe you can introduce some of the things related to that. We're always about productivity and making sure that our employees stay productive. You know, we checked out what our employees were doing when they weren't working, and they were going to the bank, the post office, the bike shop, the cell phone stores. So we just brought those on campus so that they could be more productive in what it is that they're up to, right? One of the major strategies that we have is called the ingredient revolution, and this is specifically came from the millennials. They want to understand the food, the transparency of the food, where it comes from, where it's grown, how the land was taken care of, how the farm was taken care of, and how the farmer was taken care of. The other thing it did is took us into urban farming. I actually went to the Seattle Flower Show a few years back and saw this tower garden, and what it is its ability to grow lettuce in hydroponics, in water. And it's a cylinder kind of a machine that sprays water on the roots. It's very effective compared to what I call horizontal farming, in that it uses 95% less water. We built this gateway, this box that connects IoT devices, so sensors that are in the water, the lights, the humidity, the parts per million of the nutrients in the water, all this sort of thing, and we shipped it to the cloud through Azure. Once it's in the cloud, we then are able to monitor our farm, if you will. We have 39 of these on campus right now, and we monitor our farm from a service tablet through a product called Power BI, or Power Business Intelligence. It's a dashboard. So the farmer that we have on our staff only goes to these towers when they need help, when they need something like nutrients or need to be planted or harvested. So it's saved a lot of time and a lot of energy. The one that gets the most attention these days is our black soldier fly larva project. Black soldier fly larva is a non-pest fly that eats about 4 times its weight in garbage, and if it becomes a fly, it lives for 2 days, it mates, and it dies. Our biodigester is taking garbage and turning it into methane gas that's then being turned into electricity that fires our dish machine. So we're taking our garbage and turning it into this usable product, what we call a circular economy. It's using waste of something to become fuel for something else. We're doing a lot with plant-forward menus. This seems to be a big trend that's going on right now. We have, at our pub, we're serving what they call the Impossible Burger. This is a burger that's made out of plants, but they've finagled it so when it's on a grill, it actually looks like it bleeds when you cook it. It's beet juice, but it's starting, I mean, this is the thing that's really starting to come forward as far as plant-based products. We're always listening to our customers. We're always trying to understand what's driving them. So we have this scale of smiley face to sad face, and when a customer hits it, it immediately takes them to a list of words. And the words are about how that person is feeling about the experience, right? And then they hit that word, and then it pops up and tells you in a graphic form how everybody else is feeling about what it was that you're evaluating. So there's this immediate feedback of what they're doing. We have a cashierless and a cashless payment system where a customer comes up to a kiosk and they order off of a kiosk. We love that data. We take that data off of that cash register, we send it to the cloud, and we can now bring it back to a dashboard that tells us how many calories are being consumed on our campus, how many carbs, protein, salt, sugar, all of that. We have a baseline now of how they're eating and what they're eating, and then we take that and we introduce a healthy special, say a cantaloupe or a watermelon special. And we can now predict within a 96% accuracy rate how many people will come into our cafe tomorrow. And we're at a 92% accuracy rate 30 days out. What I want to be able to do is predict 6 months out to an high accuracy rate. If I can do that, I can now tell the farmer when to plant that tomato so that it's at the highest nutrient value and freshness when it hits my loading dock. And I can guarantee them that I will buy it in that period of time.
The amount of information we have coming at us today is enormous, but we can get lost in it and lose sight of great service and great food and great hospitality. And so who on your team sets up the benchmarks, looks at the key elements, brings you good information to make good decisions? Because again, we have the challenges in front of us, but we're gonna have these new tools. How do we take them in? Think about how you do things differently. Our model has absolutely changed. If we were still doing business the way we did in the 90s, yeah, it's gonna be a tough era for the next decade. But on the other hand, with all the positive stuff that's coming from us, if we can change, adapt, learn from each other and talk, which is part of what today's all about, we'll figure this out. And it's gonna be really fun working together to do so. So, Mark, thank you so much.
Thanks, man.